The law of attraction. For science heads and secret haters, 5 or 6 years ago the law of attraction was presented to the masses in the form of a bad film. The law isn't new and wasn't new to me when I'd first heard about The Secret. Napoleon Hill was talking about how to think and grow rich in the 30s, and there's talk of the principle all the way back to before Christ. I think when I first heard about The Secret I had recently finished Think and Grow Rich, and the afterglow had just worn off and I hadn't really run with it. So much about the movie turned me off: the presumptuous title, the self-important wax seal motif, the whole new age vibe of it. It was really exactly like I'd expected. Terrifically cheesy. It was almost offensive. Actors, in the throes of dazzling positive intentions, shoot CGI shockwaves out of their foreheads into the outside world, presumably to fetch them money, girlfriends and tropical vacations. But just because The Secret is profoundly cheesy and easy to dismiss, it doesn't mean the law of attraction ought to be tossed out with same bathwater. I did watch it right through, and by the end I was interested in the whole law of attraction concept again. I saw something in it I didn't before, and in hindsight I am thankful to have watched it. There are two basic camps on the lower issue: one, those who believe that the universe is bound to do its own thing, as determined by its own internal laws, regardless of what you think about it or intend for it to do. Two, those who believe that the course of the universe, or at least what any one person experiences of it, is altered by one's perceptions, by their thoughts about it and their intentions for it. By default I think most of us fall into the first camp. The world seems pretty stable in the way it works. So in spite of my low opinion of the film The Secret, I've been experimenting with acting as though my intentions and thoughts are detectable by the universe at large and that it does react to them. It hasn't been long, but the first change was immediate. The world appears the same, but looks different. It looks benevolent. Details seem rife with significance, and so I become more attentive and less distracted as a side effect. I am also experiencing a consistent bout of optimism, very conspicuous for me, which made me realize how consistently negative my thoughts and expectations are normally. My negative thoughts seem a lot dumber now, when before they made me feel clever. Most significantly, for the first time I feel responsible for my thoughts. I recognize that I am actively creating concrete experiences with them, even if it's only because it changes the decisions I make. Responsibility for my thoughts. I can't believe that was a new concept for me. Somehow I used to reason that my thoughts didn't really matter that much, because my only interaction with the universe is only through my actions. But the entire experience of being me feels different. There's much less weight given to negative possibilities, and so I act differently. The quality of my moments is better. Even if this feeling doesn't last, I'll still have that insight. I am far better off if I decide to take responsibility for whether I harbor negative expectations or positive ones. I used to reason that it made no sense to act as though the universe heeded the law of attraction unless I knew that it did. But the skeptics are missing a crucial point about the placebo effect. The effects aren't imaginary. They are real. Sugar pill or not, the patient did get better. So what if they aren't sure exactly why?